Look, one of the challenges that I often see, and I've seen for the last 20 years, and this is why I don't think anything has really changed, right? Because I don't know, 20 years ago, as I was growing up in this space, everyone would do these point in time audits, and you get this long list of all this stuff that you had to do that you could never afford to do in order to get a secure risk position. Now, obviously, we've got pioneers out there in the world changing the game for us. I'm going to hand over to you, Eric, first. Tell me, from your perspective, how are you seeing the landscape change, and what comes next?
Hi, thanks, Lisa. When you talk about 20 years ago, I was thinking, I've been there about 20 years ago too. We're in the same boat. But anyway, what I'll be talking about today is both about the history and about the present, which is the future, a historical evolution of how things has become. 20 years ago, it was not technology risk management, it's operational risk management actually. And even now, the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, which is the world central bank, they do not call it technology risk management. They still call it operational risk management. But things have changed over the last few years. We all know that technologies has advanced a lot. We have big data, we have blockchain, we have deep learning. So the term has been coined differently now. And regards to this, we all know in the past, in the FIs, things were a bit more manual. We have Excel spreadsheets and a lot more processes and systems. It changed, got better now, but the technology has changed it to a certain extent. But I believe there's one element that did not change. And what is that? And that is the behavioral aspects. Having heard from the previous three speakers, I feel that our views points have come like converged. Why the behavioral aspects? If you look at the breaches in technology over the last few years, it is primarily due to the behavioral aspects, whether you call it human error, human negligence, but it still constitutes the main reason for such breaches. Now, that's not to say that the hard aspects, the technical aspects, or the technical aspects doesn't matter. But the truth of the matter is that for such solution providers, when they tout the solutions, their technology is good. Otherwise, they won't be there. All right. But many people do not know that it is actually the soft aspects of the technology. That again, I echo Ellie here. That really matters. Take an example of blockchain. Blockchain is trustless, it's supposed to be the technology and all that. But many people do not understand that blockchain is an ecosystem. It's ecosystems of the different moving parts. Now, I won't dwell too much into it. But because it's an ecosystem, it is only as strong as the weakest link. And this weakest link could just be someone entering something into the system. And that's where the breaches can occur. So, and that's where human negligence and human errors can occur. So that is for the history. And coming to the next thing, talk about the future. The future is now to a certain extent. And we all know about fintech. It's really about technology and technology companies enrolling into the finance space. Last few months, we have Grab and Singtel. They have been awarded the digital banking licenses. Now, compliance, risk management are the norm for FIs. It's like they are the bread and butter. They have huge departments, compliance, risk management, middle office, valuation control, and so on and so forth, which are huge cost center for these financial institutions. But this is very alien to the technology companies. I hear from Wendy just now is that it's going to blow a hole. But how would technology companies react to this? I think this is something that is still evolving. I don't have an answer for it. But coming to the point, if this is about our future, then what is the difference that we can learn from? And I think we can learn, the key difference is legacy systems. Many FIs, they will have legacy systems. And legacy systems is something that has been pointed out in the MAS document a lot. On the contrary, the technology companies do not have so much of such legacy baggage. Bear in mind that if you are going to have the risk management on both the legacy systems and new systems that will come in, you will have UAM, UAT, and all these things mentioned by Ellie or something. So it's going to be a bit more involved for financial companies and less so for tech companies. So that's my point. the future, how we evolve is still a question mark. And something that we can learn from the past as well is operational risk management. Thank you, Lisa.
Very good. You know, there's a philosophy that humans never forget. And what we're often asking is for our humans to change. You're an expert in transformation of humans in your work, Eric. How are we getting that? Because we're doing that digitalization, right? That end-to-end transformation of the business process or the business model. But actually, the key success in digital transformation is the transformation of the humans around the transformation of the business model and the business process. How do we achieve that if humans never forget?
Well, you tell me about it. You know, when you said I transform humans, I was thinking, I can't even transform my wife, you know. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, I think it is about the culture, the organization culture, and the accountability and the incentive systems. And I think that's a big part of the MAS document. A lot of it was talking about the organization structure and the framework. We cannot, you know, we can lead the horse to the river, but we cannot force it to drink. Yeah. I think that's what the document is essentially trying to do. We have the structure, the framework in place, and hopefully that does its job as well.